Starting a business during a recession sounds like financial suicide, right? But today's story about a real estate agent who launched his career in 2008 completely challenges that conventional wisdom.
That's such a bold move. What would drive someone to enter real estate during the worst housing crisis in modern history?
Well, here's what makes Nathan Krotzer's story so fascinating. He grew up in Wrightsville, Pennsylvania, watching his father work in real estate, but it wasn't until an internship at a financial advisor's office that he saw the potential in being self employed.
Hmm. So he wasn't always set on following his father's footsteps?
Not at all, and get this. When he was still in pre licensing classes, he witnessed his dad lose his last remaining deal. This was right after putting two kids through college, so you can imagine the stress level.
Oh, wow, that must have been such a wake up call. Most people would have run straight to a corporate job after seeing that.
Well, that's exactly what makes his approach so unique. Instead of focusing on quick transactions like most agents, he developed this philosophy, dividing agents into two camps: transactional and relational. He went all in on building relationships when everyone else was scrambling for immediate sales.
You know, that's quite counterintuitive for real estate. How did that strategy actually play out in practice?
So here's where it gets interesting. By 2014, he was handling 30 to 35 transactions annually. But instead of just pushing for more sales, he made a strategic decision to hire his first part time assistant when his first child was on the way.
That's quite a pivotal moment, choosing between scaling up or maintaining work life balance.
Right. And he admits he made plenty of mistakes early on with delegation. But what's fascinating is how he's built what he calls the bridge team. It's completely different from traditional real estate teams.
Tell me more about this unique team structure he's created.
Well, it's fully agent centric with a full time transaction coordinator, marketing director, executive assistant, and even a high school intern. But here's the key difference: his agents have complete autonomy to choose their path, whether that's listings or buyers.
That level of freedom must be pretty rare in real estate, especially for newer agents.
Exactly. And what's really compelling is how he measures success. Instead of just tracking sales numbers, he focuses on the growth and achievements of his team members. Let's listen to Nathan tell us directly what he is most proud of.
Teach my agents how to fish, not give them a fish.
Yeah.
And I have two success stories here I'm proud of. Uh, Kelly Resch was an admin at a different office. I had her come on board as an admin here. She transitioned to be a showing agent for me at one point, and then she undertook the challenge of um, within the team being her own agent. And in her first 2 years, she averaged 16 transactions in both, but 2 years, so 16 each year. It wasn't 16 each, but you can look up the production. And then Vicky Swinetek on the team, she came here having done 5 transactions. She was 2 or 3 years in the business. She did 11 deals her first year with us. This past year, she just did 20 deals. Um, so she's implementing what we do here, which is, you know, we talked about copycatting the millionaire real estate agent. We mimic the Buffini system, being relational, and we also, marry that with, social media and video presence, and they have both had success with it.
So he's essentially creating a sustainable growth model that's built on relationships rather than just transactions.
Precisely. And here's what makes it even more remarkable. This approach has actually helped him weather market fluctuations better than traditional agents. When you build on relationships rather than just transactions, you create a more resilient foundation.
That's quite a departure from the industry standard of focusing primarily on closing rates and sales volumes.
And what's particularly fascinating is how he's managed to scale this relationship based approach in South Central Pennsylvania, not exactly known as a hotbed of real estate innovation.
Looking ahead, what do you think this means for the future of real estate?
Well, I think Nathan's story shows that success doesn't always follow the conventional path. Sometimes the most sustainable business model is the one that seems counterintuitive at first. By focusing on relationships in an industry often fixated on transactions. He's built something truly unique and lasting.
That's quite a powerful lesson for anyone thinking about entrepreneurship, isn't it?
You know what's really interesting? His story suggests that maybe the best time to start something new is exactly when everyone else thinks it's the worst time. It's about having the courage to do things differently and the patience to let that approach bear fruit.